everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I go by Londoncookss, and today we're making some sweet and sour chicken. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. To make this sweet and sour chicken, you're going to need a little cornstarch, Sazon tropical, garlic powder, black pepper, all-purpose chicken seasoning, a little Sazon, some vinegar, some salt, food coloring. I do have red and yellow, some brown sugar, a little fresh blend, and I'll list the ingredients for that below. In this bowl, I also have some onions that I chopped up, some peppers, and also some minced garlic, which I'm using about 3 cloves and about a half of sweet pepper. I also have a little flour for frying my chicken and some apple juice for my sweet and sour sauce. And about 2 pounds of boneless chicken tenderloins. I wash my chicken using vinegar and water, and I also cut my chicken up into little nugget-sized pieces. And I'm now going to season my chicken using about 2 teaspoons of each seasoning. So I went in with my chicken seasoning, garlic powder, Sazon, black pepper, all-purpose seasoning, and a dash of salt. I'm now going to add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to the flour, and this is for frying the chicken, along with a little bit of each season that I season my chicken with. Now, the reason why I'm adding cornstarch to the flour is this is going to help the chicken to be nice and crispy once it starts frying. Next, I'm going to bread my chicken breast using the flour that I just seasoned, and I'm just going to get it ready to fry. I'm going to be deep frying these, and so I've already preheated a skillet with some oil on the stove, and I'm going to be frying these over a medium-high heat. Now, if you have a deep fryer or an air fryer, whichever one works, you can even bake these instead of frying them in the oven. It's definitely up to you. But I did fry about 2 batches, and my chicken was ready in about 10 minutes or so per batch. We're now going to get started on the sauce, and I've already preheated my cast iron skillet over a medium heat and enough oil to coat the pot, along with 2 tablespoons of my fresh blend. And I'm now going to go in with the onions, garlic, and also peppers, but I'm only using a half of what I have in the bowl, and I'm going to stash the half for later, and I'll show you guys what I do with that. I also added about 2 cups of apple juice to the pot, and I'm prepping my cornstarch, which I'm using about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and enough water to get it to a nice thick runny consistency. I'm now going to go in with about a 1/4 cup of vinegar, and I'm now going to add my food coloring to the pot. Now, you guys will see that when I'm adding the coloring, I'm literally going to be doing a little at a time. That way I have control over the color of my sauce. I want it to be a nice red, but not too deep. Something I forgot to mention earlier, you guys, the reason why I'm using apple juice and not pineapple juice in this sauce is because I'm allergic to pineapples. But if you have pineapple juice on hand and you are not allergic to pineapples like I am, then definitely use the pineapple juice instead of the apple juice, as it gives a way better flavor. Now that my sauce is at the color that I like, I'm going to season my sauce, and so I went in with about a 1/2 teaspoon of all-purpose and also a 1/2 teaspoon of Sazon. And I'm also going to add about 1 cup of sugar in here. Again, you guys, taste your sauce as you go. Even though I'm giving measurements, everyone is different, and so I would definitely advise to taste as you go. Now I'm going to go in with the rest of my onions, peppers, and garlic. Next, I'm going to go in with the cornstarch mixture. And if this is your first time working with cornstarch, you may want to be careful. It's very, very important that you constantly stir your pot while pouring in the cornstarch, or else it can result in lumps in your sauce. I ended up mixing just a little bit more cornstarch and adding it to my sauce, as my sauce wasn't thick enough. But you want your sauce to be thick enough to coat the back of your spoon almost. I brought my pot to a slow simmer before adding the chicken pieces, and once I added the chicken in here, I gave it a stir and allowed it to continue to simmer for an additional 5 to 10 minutes. That way the flavors would have started to come together in here. Our chicken is now ready, and as you guys can see, it's so gorgeous. It smelled so good, and it tasted even better, you guys. We had this sweet and sour chicken with some jasmine white rice and called it a night, and it was so good, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below, and let me know if you try this recipe and if you enjoy it. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram.